Tanika here, and I'm just here at the park. As you can see, definitely gorgeous view as always. And today I want to touch on a specific topic that's really dear to my heart because I feel people don't specifically touch on this topic, and I want to talk about what to say and what not to say to someone, because honestly that's something that is very important, especially with someone who's maybe taking care of someone or going through something at this moment in time, or even somebody who might just be grieving in general. And I know that people are nice out there and they tell you things and they say things all the time, and sometimes you're just like, I don't want to hear that. Even though you know it's something nice, in your head you're still like, I don't want to hear that. And most of all, sometimes people are just saying so many things that you're just like, oh my gosh, shut up. Like, you don't want to hear it, you know? So I want to touch on a few hints and tips and tricks that, you know, I've learned, and things that I personally like to hear, don't like to hear. You know, I have my bestie here with me, Erica. She's going to be talking as well. You know, we've been hanging out for the day once again, and I'm going to have her on as well, and she's just going to give you guys things that she wants to give you guys some ideas, what you can tell people, or what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, and things.
Hi guys, it's Erica. Like Tiki was saying in her earlier video, oh, by the way, I call Tanika Tiki. I've called her that since we were kids, so just in case you're wondering, in our previous videos when I say Tiki. Like she was saying, the do's and don'ts, I guess we could say, or what I didn't personally like hearing going through this grieving process and through this experience was, one thing was I was told before was, oh, you should be happy, they're at peace, or they're in heaven, and you know, you have other members of family and people here on earth. And it was kind of like, what? You know, like, did you just really say that? You know, like, I do understand, I'm a spiritual person, so I understand the soul and is at rest, and of course the person is now at peace and not here on earth like stressing on anything. But being told, oh, you should be happy, it was kind of like, no, like, I'm not gonna be happy. Like, you know, it's a process, like, no matter what anyone says. Or another one was, and people mean it from their heart, like saying, oh, be strong, you have to be strong. Like, I didn't take it in a bad way or personal, but somehow it would just start irking me, like, why do they keep saying be strong? Like, I'm already being strong. But the more they're telling me, it's just like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, I am being strong because I'm going about each and every day what I have to do, but of course I'm still gonna hurt, I'm still gonna, you know, go through each battle every day. And me and Tanika are, how she was saying earlier, are like really going through it together, and that's a really good support, because other people, they just have the kind words to tell you, but when they don't get it, like officially fully, like really get it, it's easy for them to just say those nice comments or something to pass it on, you know. And but me, like Tanika, she won't tell me that. She won't tell me, oh, just be strong. No, she'll be like, cry, like you know, cry it out, or oh, I know you're mad today, like whatever it is. Like, sometimes I don't even have to tell her, and it's because we are going through the process together. So I just wanted to touch on that.
So as Erica was touching on, in the sense of strength and people telling you, oh, be strong, do this, just push through it, just go through the day, honestly, absolutely not. What I want to say is, our definition, if you're going through something, our definition of being strong is completely different from the outsider or the person looking in's definition of being strong. To the other person, strong is, oh, go through it, push through the day, you know, just keep going. But for us, our definition of strong is, oh my gosh, we're so strong, we made it through the hour, we made it till the end of the day, we made it until the next day, you know, because it's a daily struggle. It's an hour by hour struggle. There's no, okay guys, let's just go and hooray, you know, like there's not, it's not like that, you know. You really battle your emotions and you battle your mindset hour by hour, just trying to get through it. When it comes to strength, just remember that people have a different definition, and remember that you are strong. You getting through the hour or through the 30 minutes, or you getting through that session of crying, by all means, that's being strong. Hey everyone, I just want to continue on the topic of what Eric and I were speaking about earlier, and we're back to things not to say, what to say, not to say. One of the things that bothered me the most was, like I had mentioned, people saying, oh, they're in a better place, they're in heaven. I understand that and I get that, but sometimes that just isn't what you want or maybe what you need to hear. We know they're in a better place. We know that they're in heaven, you know, thank you, Jesus, for that. But that's, you know, at that moment in time, that's not how we feel or what, you know, what comforts us, you know. We miss that person. We long to have that hug again. We long to speak to them again. And so that's one of the things that bother me the most. I mean, don't get me wrong. I truly know people are being nice. I know that that's something people say, especially when you're really going through it. But, you know, if you like hearing that, by all means, this is no offense to anybody, but if you like hearing that, you know, that's great. But for me, that was one of the things that I felt like I didn't want to hear. It was just over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, okay, I know, but that's not helping me to cope with my grief and with my loss. Along with being told they're in a better place, one of the other things that I kind of bothers me when people say it is, oh, they would want you to be happy. They would want you to feel this way or to feel that way, or they'd want you to succeed or do well in life. Yes, they do want you to succeed and do well in life. But like I said, grieving is a process and everybody has a certain time. You know, someone might be here, another person might be here. So to be told that you know, they would want you to do better, they'd want you to do this or to do that, you know, we know that as well. I know that as well, but I don't want to hear that. That's not what I'm feeling at the moment. And so grieving is a process. It takes time. It, you know, depending on the stage that you're in, different things might affect you, or different things that people say might affect you in different ways. One thing I do say that I do like is when people send cards. For some reason, cards are so meaningful and so personal, and people write in them. And most of the time, people's true feelings come out when they write a card. So I really like people sending cards. And, you know, you get to sit there, it's quiet, you're in the moment, and you read it, and that just makes me feel good. You do get a lot of them. And so what I do is anytime somebody gives me a card, I definitely send back a thank you card. And if I made like, well, I did, not if I do, I made memorial cards. And so I sent a thank you card along with the memorial card of my grandfather or my grandmother or whoever I lost at that time. So getting cards is something I do like. I do like talking to my best friend because obviously she understands we're going through it, or I like talking to anybody that's gone through the same thing or is going through something so I can help them. You know, you can help me. I definitely like that. Another thing that I really don't like, or what's being said, because sometimes, you know, people are like, well, if this was me, I would work, and, you know, I would just keep working and get over it and this and that. And so not everybody's the same. Not everybody can just push through and work. Some people, like myself, I've learned, need to take the time to just grieve, just to chill back and just grieve, cry. You know, doing this video with Kaiser is a really big deal for me because I definitely want to be an advocate, and I truly, truly am passionate about sharing knowledge and helping people, and just to share the message and give out, you know, things that I feel really would help everyone else, considering I've gone through it already, and I'm definitely going to be uploading more videos about that. So, you know, those are just some of the things that I feel what to say, what not to say. Honestly, the number one, I feel the most number one thing you can do for someone is, because a lot of times people don't know what to say when that person's just crying or they're in the moment, or, you know, anything like that. The number one thing you can do is literally just sit there, be present, and let the person cry. Or even if they're not crying, just be silent. Be silent. Give them a hug. Just let them be. Just your presence there alone is enough. You don't have to say anything. Most of the time, we don't want you to say anything. Most of the time, we just need a hug. We need a hug or a pat on the back or whatever it is, you know, however you are comfortable with that person. So honestly, to me, that's the number one thing, like the number one thing you can do is just to be there, be silent, be still, just be there for that person, whatever that person needs. If they give you a hug, if you give them a hug, just initiate that, you know. If you know the person on a personal level, you know, this is for people who are dealing with someone who's grieving, do little things to help them. You know, if you know them, give them things or do things for them that encourages them, and that helps. But if you're the person that's grieving, hopefully the person will do it back to you. But just be there. Just be there. Just let the person go through whatever they have to go through. Because usually once they're done crying, once we let it out, we feel somewhat a little bit better. It doesn't take the pain away, but it helps to just cry and just to completely let it out. And so once we let it out, we're okay. We want to hug, and then we slowly come out of that transition and just kind of go throughout the day again, or just do whatever it is that we were honestly doing. So that's one of the number one things I would suggest as well. So one main thing that I truly do not like that people tell you is, well, it's been this amount of months, or it's been so many months, this or that. For me, since my grandpa passed, for my grandpa, it's been 3 months. And have someone tell you, oh, it's been 3 months, or it's been 1 month or 2 months, like, sorry, screw you. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know the pain. So one thing that I really don't like is somebody telling me my time frame to grieve. You have to grieve by this time or else, or it's been this long, so why can't you do this, or why can't you do that, or why aren't you doing this? Like I said before, grieving takes time. It honestly takes time. It takes a lot of time, actually, depending on the situation that you went through or who you lost. But I don't like being told how long to grieve for or how to grieve. Sometimes people tell you how to grieve. That's another thing. People say, oh, do this or do that. Some people say, well, if you were here at work and your mind is busy, it would help you this way, or, etc. and so forth. So people tell you a lot of things how to grieve, and do what's right for you in your heart. Honestly, just do what's right for you, because at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself first, and then you can help others. How can you take care of others if you can't, if you can't even help yourself or to get through the day? So definitely don't let people tell you those kinds of things, because it just is not cool. It doesn't work, and I honestly do not agree with it, because it just causes conflict, a lot of conflict. And so personally, I think those are the main things that what not to say to someone. Those are the main things that I feel are really crucial and important. A lot of things that you can do are to to make someone feel better. Like I mentioned, pets are good. If you have a pet, cuddle up with your pet. Like I said, I have 2 dogs, and they are literally like my saving grace along with God. They help me. I cuddle them when I cry. They're there for you. So if you have a pet, by all means, if you can go see someone's pet, or maybe someone could bring their pet to you. Another thing that you have to really do, and if you're, like I said, if you're not religious, that's fine. That's not, this is not for you or anything like that. No offense to anybody, but honestly, what people can do is pray for you. Have people pray for you. Please pray for me. I need mental strength in this. Please, that's what I do. Please pray for me. Today's not a good day. I need this. Please pray for me for courage, all kinds of things. And honestly, turn to God for yourself as well. Turn to God and just pray. And pray, and just give it to God, and He will take care of you. Definitely easier said than done, believe me. I know, definitely easier said than done, but that's another thing. So basically, those are some pros and cons, things to say, things not to say, and I hope that really helped everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. I definitely appreciate you all, and I hope to definitely talk to you guys soon and have some other topics going on. And by all means, if there's a specific topic or a specific subject you would like to talk about, like I said, comment down below, let me know, and I will definitely talk to you about that. I definitely look forward to talking to you guys soon, and I'm very excited to get that video up eventually when I, follow up with Kaiser. So I love you all. I'm truly blessed to have you in my life. Thank you for watching my channel, and I definitely have you all in my prayers. Talk to you soon.